So for today's assignment, we are on day 15 and we'll be working on our reference sheet for a interview. You always want to bring a reference sheet, especially as you're going for your jobs after high school. And we'll also be working on our interview prep questions, at least starting those for today. So there are a couple things you need to know. There's an article on here that you can read through that talks about how to choose the best reference. So I highly encourage you to read through that. Just a couple tips if you're using someone who is a friend, just making sure that they are professional. If they're a personal reference, someone who uses good language, because a lot of employers will call those references up and we want to make sure that they use appropriate vocabulary. So what does the reference sheet look like? I'm going to pull it up right here. This is a reference sheet template. This is Ms. Kelsey's, but you can go ahead and delete the references out and just put in your own using a similar format or this exact format. So it'll have your name, your address, your phone number, and your email. And then you'll have 3 references. So you can see here we used Mr. James, and we didn't put Mr. before, we used his full name. So this is pretty similar for what you're gonna do. I actually put my email and Mr. James's name, but you would put Mr. James's email. So you can use your life coach as a reference. If you don't really have a lot of past work experience, it might make sense to use your life coach. If you have a good relationship with Ms. Danielle and she feels comfortable, or other teachers. And there's a couple examples on here. You'll want to make sure there's a space between each of them. Now, not everybody has a phone or an email or one or the other. I would highly encourage you to use people's professional or work phone numbers, as many people, even people in the professional world or people that have been your teachers, etc., who knows what their personal voicemail could be. I like to think mine is pretty professional, but using the school phone number and school email, and same thing with if you're using a colleague, try to use the professional phone number, so the phone number of where they currently work, or just let them know, hey, I'm going to be using you as a reference. Someone's going to be calling, and then maybe they can make sure their voicemail is appropriate, or that they answer the phone expecting that. So that's the reference sheet you're going to be working on today. And then there is also the interview prep questions I would like you to start. Tomorrow, Ms. Kelsey is going to be in to talk about resumes and cover letters, depending on when you're watching this video. So if you could just go in and kind of fill in these questions to get ready for a mock interview, questions about yourself, your vision, what kind of jobs you're interested in, as if you're going in for a specific job. So when you do your mock interview on the scheduled date, which I'll be emailing out shortly, you'll be answering very similar questions to these from a staff member at the Excel Center or potentially a representative from a community college. So just going through and taking your time to answer these and have high quality answers, a sentence or 2 for each, and then working on your reference sheet. And that's all you need to do for today. If you want to review what the mock interview is going to be graded on, please feel free to read ahead. And I look forward to working on resumes and cover letters as well this week. Have a great rest of your day.